All right, engaging silver pellet out of icy puddle. Now we'll go up the ramp. We'll stop on the ramp and we'll go down the ramp and hopefully not slide into the ditch. All right, so it was a good thing I came by because I had a hunch, just a hunch, not a inclination, but a hunch. Inclinations and hunches are two different things. When you have an inclination, you let it slide, right? Deal with it another time, right? It will be what it will be. But when you have a hunch, not an inclination, but a hunch, then you must follow up. And I did. So, picture this, guys. A little shed with about 50 bags, 30 to 50 bags of garbage bags full of kitty litter. Yeah. Okay. And I have a client. What happened was I cleaned the shed out for was it last year? The year before, maybe. I guess so. Yeah, it was 2022. I cleaned out her 2 sheds, and one of them was full of bags of kitty litter. So I put them all into other bags. But here, you're normally not allowed to bring garbage bags. It's like big waste material, like couches and beds and 2x4s and bricks and whatever, that kind of, like, building materials, right? They'll take that. They'll even take metal because they make money off of metal, whatever, right? And holy bumpy, it's worse on this side. Holy crap! But the thing is they don't take garbage bags. So I was like, well, kitty litter is one of those strange things, right? So I went in and I said, you guys take that. And she was like, ooh, hang on. So they had to do a little bit of running around there. And they're like, normally they don't take that. But they said they could take the kitty litter itself. But I have to take the bags back. Because there's nobody to take the actual kitty litter away, right? Or the bags away. So the kitty litter, they could do something with it, I guess. What they do with it, I don't know. Like compost, like if I bring them tree branches, they got a composter there, right? And they ship that all over the place, right? They actually make money off of it, right? The raw sewage, like the pooper trucks, they dump there. They have the facility to deal with it right there, and then they take it to other facilities or whatever. They have holding tanks there, right? So they can deal with it. So it's an eco center in the sense that they do have to be able to find places for stuff, right? So some stuff they just don't take, like brick, they take it. Tires, they take it, right? Because they send them out to processing plants. Exactly where, I don't know, but that's how it works, right? But stuff like certain stuff, like they'll take pretty much any chemical you can think of, right? They might not take uranium fuel rods, but they'll probably take everything short of that, right? But they'll take most hazardous waste, oil filters from your car. They'll take all that, and they'll take that stuff for free. But kitty litter, at first I thought, because if I show up at my friend's place, my client, and I charge her a whole bunch of money to bring the bags here just to turn around and say, I got to bring them back to you and you got to pay me. I don't want to do that to her, right? So that's, so this is like, to me, just save myself a lot of problems. So anyway, long story short, they will take the kitty litter, but they will not take the bags, which is fine. So like the bags I have to bring back. So that's going to take time to dump each one of those bags. So I'm looking at like what would normally be probably would have taken me about maybe an hour and a half. Now I'm looking at a couple of hours work. So that's okay. 25 an hour, I'm willing to do that. But now I got to get a hold of a truck. So I'm going to see if my dad still has the insurance on his other trucks. Ooh, look at that nice rain. Right? Because I could get Paul to do it, but I don't know if he'd want to do a job like that. Like, I'll probably tell him what it is and be like, no, you do it. And so I don't know when I'm going to be able to do this. quite a bit in there. That is quite a bit of weight. So definitely 2 trips, maybe 3. And then exactly, I've cut things open, garbage bags into garbage bags, yada yada yada. Narrowed down, probably gonna have like about 5 garbage bags left or whatever when we're done, depending on how much plastic's in it, right? But it shouldn't be that much, 50 garbage bags. You can fit probably 1 or 2 garbage bags, right? Probably fit it all in one garbage bag, crumple them up enough, right? So that I'm okay with. So I'll get back to her tonight, just to let her know where I'm at, and then because I'm going to try to get it done this week for her, but I might aim for next week. Like I don't like taking long periods of time, but when your truck is broken down, like I would have had it done for her already. I probably, like she called me on Christmas Eve, or emailed me on Christmas Eve, right? Which there was nobody going to be able to do it. She goes, it was a long shot, but she was, would you be able to take it to the Eco Center? But everything was closed down for about a week there anyway, so it didn't matter. So a week before would have been fine. New Year's is fine. After New Year's is fine. So we're into the new year, so that's where that's at. But little work tip there. Before you take on a job, cross your T's and dot your I's and stuff like that, because sometimes you do come up with something like that, and that could throw a really uncomfortable monkey wrench into your business, in the sense that now you've charged somebody for a service you can't deliver. You know what I mean? Because you still worked, but like I'll probably call her tonight, and if she's not busy, or tonight, tomorrow night, well, I'll email her and then I'll call her, right? And I'll explain the situation, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do from there, right? So I'll be like, okay, well, what day works for you? And I'll figure out if I can get the truck for that day. If my dad still has the insurance on it, I don't know if he does or not. But if he does, then I'll use his truck. If not, I have to bug Paul, but then it's 2 guys, right? Charging her 2 guys. We'll get the job done quicker because he's got the bigger truck, and he's got oh, look at the size of this puppy. Oh, wouldn't want to have hit that hard. Yeah, so like with the bigger truck and stuff like that, so you're gonna charge, now you're charging $50 an hour, right? But you're probably gonna do it in one load. So will it, does that work out to the same? But my buddy, he's gonna charge a service fee, right? So so I like to present stuff like that, because if I do it myself, like I won't be charging her the service fee, because she's been really good to me, and I know there's repeat business there. You know what I mean? I don't like to gouge people. The only time I charge a service fee, if I have to go really far, but neighboring town, depending on what I'm doing, I might waive it. Like if I'm just going there and working. But if I'm going to be going back and forth with the vehicle, then I obviously have to charge the fuel, which is the service fee. So if I figured, okay, I'm going to be making 3 trips with a truck back and forth, I'll charge you probably